So it all started with the realization that this was a different, more devastating disaster that has occurred, and that we needed to do something, that our country of birth was going to go through a very difficult time, and that we needed to do something. That's how it all started.
The journey began when we have asked ourselves, where should we help? Who should we give it to? Who needs it most? And then we get calls from friends from here, our friends from here, and saying, who can we give the donation to?
And it started with trying to determine how can we be involved. It was a realization that we would do something more. Didn't know exactly what. And it began with all of us saying, well, in moments like this, what do? You go to where it's happening. You look at what's going on. You determine firsthand with your own eyes, looking for yourself, what's going on. And that was a key, because after our family decision, we took a trip. We went to Tacloban, Gail and I, and what I discovered is the resiliency of these folks. They're smiling. They worked with each other to do all of these things, to make it livable the way it is. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. And sad, actually, but inspiring. We gotta go to I can't do this.
The first thing we noticed was the teachers. All the kids were on the road, and a lot of the kids just hang out in the school. And what the teachers did was, they just hang out there just to make sure the kids are contained, that they are not running around, getting hurt. And we were asking them, how are you doing? The first thing they said is, in this place, a little building has 900 kids. And we were saying, 900 kids? How can be 900 kids in this small building? He said, there's 2 sections. They do afternoon and morning. And how are you going to handle all these 900 kids? They only have the 4 box. There's no roof, there's no bathroom. But the kids were just hanging out and very happy that they are just going to be with the teachers, because these are the teachers that holds the community together. And that's what we decided, was to do the schools right away.
You would ask fishermen, what do you want? What do you need? That was what we would do. We would stop by, go to the beach or where the water is and where they live, and ask the question, what do you need? And you have fishermen gathered with dignity saying, what we need are our boats. We don't want to depend on the government. We don't want it that we have to wait in line for the food. We need our boats. And you ask a woman with 6 children and you ask her the question, what do you need? And she says, my oldest died. I have to be strong. I have to live for my 5. Here's my second oldest that's an honor student, but the school is closed. In our discussion as a family, when we talked about what we would do here, we just felt that on this one, it's so big, lots of people want to give, that this is one where we would take a personal interest and be more involved.
When I first got touched by this endeavor, which was fairly early on after their first trip to the Philippines, and hearing the stories of the damage they saw and the people they met, and I felt compelled to want to become involved. I knew I didn't want to help on the event planning and fundraising side, but something deep inside, called to me to want to help on the execution and deploying of the relief to these areas, to this country.
And away we went, and it was pretty amazing, actually, how in a very short period of time, within a week's time, we formed this team. And we did, imagine we were able to persuade Habitat to Humanity, who does homes, to design a school for us fast. A wooden school with big roofs that are good, better than tents, that will withstand not a Haiyan, but a typical storm. We'll design it fast so that we can at least move people from these emergency tents. And the most amazing thing happened. Within a week or 2 or 3, they designed the tent, and in 18 days, 16 days, I think, they built 9 classrooms. The first 9 classrooms built in Haiyan. And it's just, you know, we returned 45 days later. There was this plan. We recruit a team, a talented individual in Basilia Yao, and you have this team. This is the magic of human endeavor. Put together, trying to focus, and it's pretty amazing what I think has been done in our pilots by multiple groups of people getting together and trying to affect all aspects of the lives of people.
Tonight is about helping people. Tonight is about touching lives. Tonight is about creating awareness for an area, a region, for me personally, that is as far as possible from where I live, but as close to home as